I know you don't want to hear this, but tonight, while we're all just Netflixing and chilling out, not paying attention to anything, the UK just voted to leave the European Union, so-called BREXIT, Britain exit, Brexit. You haven't cared about it. Nobody cares about it. It's just summertime. We're all happy. This is the end of the world as we know it. Okay? Please take this seriously. What happened? What happened was you have this complete right-wing, crazy, racist, xenophobic horror show that breaks out in the UK. They don't want no immigrants. Does that sound familiar? They don't want multiculturalism. Does that sound familiar? They don't want to have nothing to do with nobody, period, except for people who look just like them, basically white folks in Britain. They say they can't even deal with white folks in Europe. They just want to be on their own. So everybody goes, no way, who cares? These people are crazy. If you vote for Brexit, if you vote to leave the European Union, you're going to destroy the economy. You're going to be doing crazy stuff. You're going to crash your stock market. Does any of this sound familiar? You got a movement of crazy people that are going for power, making lunatic arguments, and then you have good, thoughtful, liberal people saying, oh, that wouldn't be prudent. That wouldn't work out. The policies seem irrational. And then all the polls come out. And the polls say, hey, this thing is going to lose. There's no way that people would do something as stupid as voting for Brexit. Nobody would do this. And the polls are so reassuring. And all the liberal people and the smart people come on the air. And all these foolish people, they think that they would vote. And this will never happen. It just happened. Crazy hard right lunatics just led the UK off a cliff into the vast abyss of stupidity and foolishness and soon-to-be economic chaos. Does this sound familiar? The same people in the United States will give you the same argument and tell you it is impossible that Trump can win. His arguments don't make any sense. Oh, they're irrational. He's so unseemly. Who would ever vote for this guy? And then they point to the polls, oh, look, Hillary Clinton is doing so well, and he's doing so badly. But look at the polls. Despite his lunacy, they are tied right now in Ohio, a major swing state. This is after his worst weeks ever. They're tied. She's doing great. She's doing as well as she's ever done as a candidate. And they're still tied in a major place. Look, man, this is bad. Okay? This is horrible. What this means is that there is a current in the UK. I'm not talking about some crazy country you've never heard of. I'm talking about Britain. I'm talking about London. I'm talking about places where you can go and you get off the plane and they speak the same language as you. Okay? This isn't some strange place. You can't figure out what's going on over there. This is exactly what's happening in the United States. You have some people, and we've got to take this seriously, who are incredibly uncomfortable with multiculturalism. They're incredibly uncomfortable with immigration. They're incredibly uncomfortable with the world changing. And these people will go and vote in very large numbers. And the pollsters miss it. The pollsters don't get it. The pollsters call reasonable people and ask them reasonable questions and get reasonable answers and put you to sleep. And they tell you that Trump can't win. And they told the people in Britain that these Brexit people couldn't win. When the people in Britain wake up in 3 hours, their stock market is going to be in the toilet going in a counterclockwise motion. Okay? And they are going to be in the hell that the same people tell you we cannot possibly be in. But we could be in. Now, what was the big mistake that the sane, reasonable people made? They continued to try to reassure people, oh, it can't happen. They kept pointing to all these polls that said, oh, it can't happen. And what happened is the sane people went to sleep and the crazy people stood up. Everybody that tells you that Trump can't win, you should start screaming at them. Because all they are doing is putting our base to sleep. All they're doing is calming people down when they should be riling people up. And if you want to know, will this strategy work or will it fail, look at what just happened in the UK. You have to tell people every day, not only can Trump win, Trump is probably going to win, not because he's smart, but because we're so stupid that we keep telling people it can't happen here. It just happened in the UK. And the people in the UK who pushed this insane idea are the worst people ever born in the UK. These are not good people. These are not smart people. These are not kind people. These are racist, hateful people. Some of them are neo-Nazis. And people said they would never be able to get any traction. Well, look at the news. They got a ton of traction. If you don't want this nonsense to happen in the United States, go slap your friends upside the head who are watching NPR, eating their tofu, and telling you how wonderful it is that Trump is horrible. It is not wonderful that he is horrible. It is horrible that he is horrible. And we need to get off our butts and start alerting people and getting the country ready for a big fight. Because it's the turnout. See, what happened is, you look at the numbers over there, everywhere where the liberals were, the turnout was low. Everywhere the smart people were, we were so smart, we outsmarted ourselves, and we didn't go vote. In every place the crazy people were, the lunatics, the people who hate every Muslim, the people who believe that the French are polluting the UK, they can't even deal with other Europeans, they came out in droves. This is a warning to you in America. Crazy people will come out in droves. Because you know what? Some of it is just racial antagonism. But the other part, let's be honest, there is real economic pain. People are being left out. People are being run over. People being thrown over the cliff. People being thrown under the bus by both political parties in the United States. And you got poor white folk and working class white folk who feel like nobody cares about them. And if you want to be honest, they probably are not that far from wrong most of the time. The Democrats have not done a good job of saying we care about those folks, and the Republicans have just been using them. And so now they are rebelling. They are revolting. They are standing up. They are fighting back. And we have to reach out to them and say, hey, listen, don't go this way. Don't do crazy stuff. Don't support hateful people. But have we been showing enough love? I don't think we've been showing enough love to folks in Appalachia, showing enough love to working class folks in Indiana and Michigan. It's time. This is a big judgment on the left, on Democrats as well as anybody else. But you can't sit back here and point your nose up. And everybody gets mad at me every time I get on here. And I start saying, we have to do something. Trump is real. Trump can win. Oh, Van, you're just overreacting and there's no possible way and all these different things. And people get mad at me. I'm going to keep telling you. I'm going to keep telling you and telling you and telling you that this can happen in America because it just happened in the UK. And the same bad policy and the same bad politics and the same stupid economics and the same hateful ideas that you say cannot win here just changed the entire face of Europe in one vote. And in our country, you got the presidency on the line one day, the same day the Senate, the same day Congress, the House, the same day the Supreme Court, the same day the character of the country, all on one day. And you're going to go around here and say, oh, well, man, you know, Hillary, her policies are better, and nobody's going to vote for Trump. Would you quit saying that? Quit saying that. Tell everybody. There's a time to be calm, and there's a time to be rational, and there's a time to freak the hell out. This is time to freak out. Freak the F out. Run screaming around in your underwear up and down the street and tell people it happened over there and it's coming over here. ISIS is not coming over here. They do crazy videos and people do crazy things. This hate wave that just tore Europe apart, coming soon to a voting booth near you, and we need to have every single person we know doing every possible thing to stop it. Thank you.